Hey, welcome back to my Utopia Let's Play. This is episode 9. Here I'm just going to showcase all the different types of wood that I've collected. This is how much I've had at the very start of this episode. I have a good amount of oak wood, not too much spruce, but hey, I finally unlocked spruce, so that's super exciting. Um, Birch, jungle wood is pretty good. Dark oak, I still don't have a sapling for that. I tried doing that whole method of um, kind of cheesing it where I put it down, strip the bark off, and then mine it with the regrowth. I couldn't get it to work. I think it's because it's like a 2x2 tree, but I will be starting off by clearing out this area just to get a better view of everything, like the perimeter around it, and harvesting all the wood that I possibly can, because I really I don't need as much trees anymore because I have so much bone meal and whatnot. So I need better tools. I unlocked the efficiency 5, but did I ever put it on anything? Nope. So I decided to finally, you know, finish doing some stuff. I still haven't made a diamond hoe. I'll do that at some point, but there's just not been any need because I don't really need a lot of farmland. I don't need to mine anything. Um, Maybe whenever I eventually go mining, I could do one to go to the deep dark. That'd be cool to mine everything real fast there, but yeah, just kind of maxing out stuff. I was wanting to put some silk touch on tools, but I didn't want to re-enchant things because you can't put silk touch on something to replace the fortune. So some things already had fortune 2 on them, so I ended up just upgrading to fortune 3 because I mean, why not? And I named my axe moneymaker because I mean it's my main source of income. I can just get so many emeralds. Man, I'm lost. So many emeralds from the villagers. So the thing is I haven't saved up any. Anytime I buy it, it's kind of immediately reinvested into my home where I am buying lanterns, or if I'm buying the pickaxes, I can use those to make them into iron ingots, and then I can make that into lanterns. Same with like anvils, I guess. The anvils are pretty pricey, but all in all, I don't really need iron too much for anything else. I might make a mine track at some point is another thing I need iron for. I am not going to build an iron farm as of right now, at least. Um, but that's something that I could do in the future, maybe, possibly. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of it with the books. I just want to make everything as good as possible. So now I have an actually good shovel because the shovel was the worst tool out of all of them, to be honest. It barely had anything on it. And now it was already fast enough basically to instant mine dirt, but now it's just completely broken in terms of how good it is for anything. I found this wandering trader, finally got that dark oak sapling. He was useful, and now he's gone. uh, I need to build, I think, a structure dedicated to showing like how many of these guys I've just have fallen by my hand. I don't know. They show up and it's just like, I don't know anyone who's kept them alive or whatever. I finally realized, wait, I'm mining after going and clearing out so many of the trees. Wait, I have this ability to just automatically mine um all the wood that's in this area. So I might as well do it. I might as well use it. So I started to enable it, and it made really quick work of the remaining trees, all that was left of that little area. And I mean, I had multiple inventories worth after. And then I realized, wait, I can't just use it to mine the annoying oak trees that have like those logs that are all like kind of all over the place. I could use it to mine these just massive jungle trees and spruce trees. So I did that. And the ability, lasts a few seconds. So I honestly could do way more trees than this. And I did. I did it over and over again. I filled up that double chest once, twice, I don't know. But it doesn't take long. The only thing is I have to get more bone meal and you know, I can get a lot of bone meal though from that regrowth ability, but I'm not really replanting the outer the second perimeter. I'm not going to replant that. I know it was for trees. It served its purpose. I no longer need it. The main way I get bones now, instead of using the regrowth ability where it gives me saplings and bone meal every so often, I just fight the mobs at night. I'll get them from skeletons. I got looting 3 on that sword. It's not like I need too insanely much to get the trees, because I mean it's 4 saplings to grow like a stack of wood basically, and then how much bone meal? Less than 10, I would say, every single one, and each bone gives me 3 bone meal, so like every skeleton or two, like that basically gives me a stack of whatever wood I want, which is mostly spruce at this point because I I like it. It's my favorite wood for decorating. The jungle wood, though, I harvested a ton of that. That was really primarily for um, trading because I just it's okay. I never really build out of it, but obviously I have a a very lucrative ability to just save me so much time and make the game that much more enjoyable with my limited amount of playtime that I can do every single day. So yeah, I just wanted to showcase a few times of me like doing that big harvest because it's really fun, and it does work as well if I want to craft the shelves. Shelves, you have to use stripped wood in order to craft them. So I've been doing it where I'll place a ton of the logs down in just like a big square. I'll put down a layer and then I'll strip all the bark off, put down another layer, strip all the bark off, put down another layer, and just make a big cube of it. And then I just activate that ability, and then boom, instantaneously it just harvests all of it in just one single use. And I wanted to see a new angle of the village, and then I saw, wait, there's a little baby chick. I don't know if this is something from because I talked about it in the previous episode, if it was something from the actions and stuff, or if it's from just the normal the game because I know that they changed the way the baby looks. Point is, look how cool my Utopia looks. It's coming along. It's coming along. It looks so good, but it could look better. And as the name suggests, renovations. I will be making this base. I will be transforming it so much. So the first step is cleaning up all those paths. They look rough. I mean, it's just a straight line, and they kind of just so I kind of broke them up the path just with the path blocks themselves, and then I started to collect uh what is it? Packed mud, which is a little tedious because you know you got to get water bottles and place it on dirt, and then the dirt you got to place in a crafting table with some wheat in order to make the packed mud, but it looks really good. And then I also have coarse dirt as well, which is, you know, dirt and gravel. So it was a little annoying uh to collect because I don't have any. I just kind of used for this base layer, I just used all that I had left of gravel and just converted it into coarse dirt because I only had like a stacker or so, maybe 2. I don't know. But I converted as much as I could, and then I was like, wait, you know, I didn't know the scope of which I was going to be renovating this. Spoiler, I do the whole entire first perimeter. I just wasn't sure how much I was gonna do. And yeah, this I'm sure there's a faster way of doing it, and then I realized, wait, if I do it like this, I could just boom 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 boom. So yeah, just converting all of the dirt to mud. And this took, I did multiple little trips of this. This is just kind of outside that second perimeter. I'll clean it up eventually, but it's going to be a while, you know, before I even expand the base again, because there's really no rush in expanding the scope of my base. I have plenty of area to build in. Uh, Limitless room. I could go up higher. I could go down lower in the ground if I want to as well, in terms of the builds. But that inner, like, first perimeter, I think those are a good amount of buildings. As of right now, I don't really need to put any more things. Just make it look nice now is kind of the goal. So collecting all that mud, turning it into the packed mud, and I'm very happy that I was harvesting so much wheat, because that wasn't an issue at all of running out of wheat. I still have plenty left over. I do need to be growing some more wheat at some point later on, and it would have just been better if I had, whenever I was running through all the villages, if I had just collected all those hay bales. It wouldn't have, I could have spared the inventory space for them, but lesson learned. I'll try and do that later on, uh, whenever I have the chance or whenever I decide to go exploring more. I think I'm going to use chunk base when I inevitably explore again. And for those of you that don't know, Chunkbase is this website. You can type in the seed of a world, Java or Bedrock, and it will break down. It gives you a top-down view of the map. It shows all the biomes, the structures, spawners, slime chunks, all those sort of things. Buried treasure, like it can show you as much or as little as you want of your world. So I need to utilize that because, again, I I don't want to be spending so much time trying to find things. I want to get stuff done. I want to be mining. I want to be crafting. Not so much exploring. I did 12,000 blocks of that at the start of this. I saw the world. It was cool. Now's the time to mold the world with my earth mover. Um, but yeah, I did like. I want to say this episode started at like. Oh, yeah. I was renovating the ground. It's just a moment of silence. Okay, yeah. I don't have a villager anymore. Farmer. The thing is, I forgot he even drowned, but he was under there, and then I'm like, wait, no, I should probably record. I should probably record. I was right. I literally caught the exact moment. There was no recording earlier than that. I caught the second he he despawned. So now all I have, the only two that are roaming around in the village free, are nitwits. So I'll need to. I don't know if you can breed nitwits or not. I might have to get my villagers out of the hole so that they can breed. I made a little platform. This is just temporary so that I could do it in my base. I have water off to the side, and then my inventory is full of just bottles. I tried multiple methods to just make this more efficient, and I don't know. I didn't want to look up a tutorial on like how you grow or get a lot of mud. I know in the swamps mud spawns. I want to say it does. I'm pretty sure that would make sense. But that's a good base level for all the paths. So now is on to the walls. I'm going to be retexturing these boring cobblestone walls. I only put them down because I wanted to get these guys safe. I didn't worry about anything. I have all the paths in place. I have replaced the crop farms with a much nicer hay bale thing and a little pond. You'll get a better view of that in a minute, but this is the overall wall design. I barely have any stone, but that one stonemason, I think is what the villager's called, he gives me andesite and diorite. So, well, he gives me andesite, but I couldn't like craft it into diorite because uncrafting and stuff, I think. Either that or I just used the supplies that I had left over. But yeah. So it's looking so much better, especially at night. I love the base. I got all the wooden beams in place. I need to just start decorating everything. I also got the stone bricks in place, but since it's more of a like it's supposed to be more sturdy. It's less, you know, like loose plan of like how the cobblestone wall was just like I put it down randomly. This is more strategic, so the walls are a little bit further out than they were before. I was trying to get a Silk Touch book, and like I said, or Silk Touch shovel, so I can start decorating the ground even more with some podzol. Well, didn't do it. I I mean, I did, but it took multiple tries because again, it's not exclusive or whatever, or it is exclusive. If you have Fortune, you can't get Silk Touch. You got to make a whole new tool or remove the enchants. So luckily, I have a few diamonds to spare. So it was just a matter of crafting more tools. I have right there a little bit of a little area that I just jumped over for all my wood. Uh, no, my stone. An area for all my stone that I will be kind of. I didn't want to build a whole big building or anything, so it's there in the ground. That way I can kind of organize all my stuff better because I have been collecting a little bit more stone, but there we go. I'm just so lucky with my Fortune 3, like 2 times in a row, a very good book and then or enchant, and then this one just has efficiency 4. Like, okay. And then the one is called Earth Mover because it just moves it, and then this one is Earth Saver because it keeps whatever you mine. If you mine grass, you get grass. If you mine podzol, you get podzol. Whoa, crazy how that works. And there we go. Now I got 2 options. I need to do this for all my other tools too, the axe and the pickaxe. And then eventually when I make a hoe, I'll do that too for both a fortune option and a self-tuck shot option. But yeah, this is just a interesting glitch that I honestly did not mean to do. I was just putting down a sapling and I was like right next to it, and it was like, what? I can see through stuff. So I was just trying to duplicate it because it's not like I can accidentally suffocate in this. It's leaves, so like there's no harm. But the reason why I was growing these anyways was so that I could be collecting the podzol. Because you can see I already mined a little patch over there to my like in front of me now. But it might be useful for finding spawners. But I could just use chunk space for that because it tells me like the exact coordinates of the different things. So now is the big reveal. All my time spent. I wanted to wait till the sun was setting and then I would just enter the village here. So I just want you guys to take this in. I put all the like nice flowers. I felt like it needed a little splash of color. I did end up going back through and I'm going to be adding in some more of the what's it even called? I don't know. But the little grass that has the lights and the particles and the like, is it fire grass? I don't know. I didn't want to say that because I feel like that I sound stupid, but it looks pretty, okay? And it has nice particles that are like fireflies. So I'll be adding that more because it'll be more particles. More particles is good. So here's all my the completed renovation. It looks so cool now. So much better. I don't have a crop farm anymore, though, unfortunately. I'll need to find a new home for that. But I have that. My Fletchers are chilling in there that I've been trading with all the time. Over here, I'll just show you up top what it looks like. Just a nice quick 360 of the whole base. Just look at that. Look at it's so full of life now. I mean, I need to put more, I guess, mobs and stuff, but we got a pond here. I put mud at the bottom so it looks darker at the bottom. This is the best build I've ever done so far. In my history of playing Minecraft, I feel. It's the most detailed thing I've made. Next episode. You see that well over there? I will be doing more work on it because it needs some love, okay? I will be mining underneath it. I am going to be collecting stone. That is the next mission. Going to the mines, getting stone. So, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.